Good morning. It's Thursday, March 7th, about 6:15 in the morning. Just got finished with my shower and getting ready for group. Trying to get myself in that routine where I stay on track and get to the end goal, which is long-term sobriety. Um, I do a lot of thinking when I get up in the morning because it's quiet and I don't have to engage with people. Um, and that's where I think I get my best thoughts, especially when it comes to writing. Um, Yesterday, I come up with one that I like so well that I'm going to turn into a meme. Um, I downloaded an app that will help me do that, and I'm just curious to see how far it goes. Um, Today, or this morning, reading from the book Ani Dawn gave me, Once a Day, Every Day for Women, it talked about um, God or Jesus and his sacrifice to us in Palestine on the cross. So, first off, I want to give a brief history that I grew up with a parent who was mad at God, who showed me God was there, and then quickly said that God was the reason my brother died on Christmas. Um, so, I don't think I know I didn't ever believe that God was real. I went from having nightly prayers and thinking he was a good person to he was very bad because he took away my brother. And then just not even thinking about him at all the rest of my life until I had my spiritual awakening in 2020. That literally brought me to my knees. A power that I don't think I couldn't ever imagine was real. And I did end up going back out and using and relapsing. And as I get sober this time, or as I have gotten sober, he has been there all along, right there, guiding me. But so is the devil. So it's that good versus evil on each shoulder. But it said, what will you sacrifice today? And so I've decided today that I would make this about God, Jesus, and the things I'm learning while I read the Bible for the first time or listen to it. A lot of it so far I've learned that the good virtues or moral compass that I always had was as a result of what God taught me as a child. I just didn't know it. When I got out of the hospital back in December of 2023, about 2 weeks after I got home, it was a little after Christmas, I was alone in my room here and I cried. And it was an emotion that I needed to feel, that my family on the other side and God has always been there. I just wasn't listening. But I can hear them loud and clear now. And they are going to help me get to that finish line. The other thing I'm having trouble with is focusing. Pretty sure that I've always had attention deficit. I don't know about hyper, but my ability to focus on the task at hand without drifting off into the other side of the universe. And I haven't been taking medication for it since I left the hospital. I kind of wanted to get a flatline base of whether I really needed it or not. And I know I can get through without it. That's not in question. But I really think that taking the medication again would be a tool to help me progress on this path in the right direction, so that the overwhelming flood of thoughts at times that keeps me distracted from, the task at hand, would kind of slow down a bit so that I can build a good foundation to build from and start in the right direction. So I don't know. That's where I'm at this morning. I just wanted to spread that word that that's what God is in my life now. I'm not a Bible thumping person. I never really have been to church more than what I could count on one time on my hand. Um, but I will say every time I went with an open mind and an open heart, I felt him. My friend took me when I was 15 to a Pentecostal church up in Old Town Orono area. And I went because my father's dad, my grandfather, was Pentecostal. Um, and I just wanted to know what it was like. I had heard the stories, but I wanted to experience it, so I went. And it was interesting. But at the end of it, when everybody stood up to pray and people were going around putting their hands on people and praying, I had no idea they'd come and do it to me. And when they did, I just thought, oh God, here we go. I was going to be embarrassed, and I wasn't. I wasn't embarrassed. I almost dropped to the floor because I had a weakness in my knees. And that told me that that was God. The power of God was real. I just couldn't get myself to figure out where to insert him in my life because I didn't have a role model that was willing to share anything good about God with me. So today, my focus is to have him there every day and thank him for the blessings he's brought me so far, and also get to a point where my kids will realize that he is someone to reach to as well. That he is real, it's not a fairy tale. And, you know, it's important to me now. It never was before. So, that's where I'm going to leave this today. So, thank you for listening.